right, good morning. This is the first installment of the Johnny Vello Race Day Recap. We're here at the Cardinal Omnium 4-5 Crit, last 30 minutes. It's part of the overall Cardinal Omnium Series Friday time trial, Saturday road race, and Sunday Crit. It's about half super fit college kids without much domestic race experience, so they qualify for 4-5, and about half older guys like me trying to keep up with them. Course is flat. It's a small hill on the backside leading up to the finish. It's about a half mile with what Ride with GPS says is about 20 feet of climbing. That 20 feet comes after a really sharp turn, so it feels a little harder than that. But I'll describe the first lap to you. We're on the backside, going down, and guys hit it pretty hard out of the gate. We're going to go in around here and head into the first turn. There's really just two turns in this race. And like I said, they were moving pretty good. There's turn one. You can take this as hard as you want. Plenty of traction. No worries on this. There's a little bunny hop coming up right here over some furniture there, and then this is downhill, gonna head into the backside into turn two. These barriers on the right hand side were a little crazy. I hit one of them later on in the race, just tapped it with my pedal, thank goodness. You can move up here quick. People were terrified of this turn, so it was a great spot if you're comfortable, but I had to brake a little bit coming in, which meant I had to put a little more power coming out of it. Now we're on this tiny backside hill. I think it registered up to 4% at one point. This is stretch to the finish. So this is where the sprint happens right here. Overall, like I said, pretty simple race here. Guys hitting it hard. Guys have been brought back. Standard 4-5 swarming around the front of the peloton. Pretty disorganized, pretty bad technique on turns and things like that. So I tried to stay to the inside as much as possible, even though the outside was much faster. I spoke to the winner after the race. He had some interesting commentary. He said, I said, hey, I didn't see you much in the race. You just hang out in the peloton. And he said, yeah, I was at the front a little bit, but once I noticed everything was getting brought back, I just hung out. And I realized that's probably something I need to work on if you will watch this race. But I'm consistently, if 3 guys get away, I bring them back. 2 guys get away, I'll bring them back. Wasted my legs, trashed them, so I had not much for the sprint. So definitely something I got to be a lot more patient on as I get some more experience here. But that's it for now. I'm going to let this play for a little bit, speed it up, and then I'll come back. right, we'll pick back up here. It's about a third of the race in, maybe. And, general theme of me in the first quarter of a race is way too much work. Way too excited to be out in a race. Way too excited because this is the first race of the year for me. First time on a bike outside this year. And as you can see, I'm totally way too jazzed up, trying to chase down every break on my own. And, hurting the legs. So there's just no reason for it in a Cat 4 race. Everybody's going to stay together. Everybody's going to work and swarm as much as possible, just like, a bunch of 10-year-olds playing basketball. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm the one doing all the work. There's a great line in the book The Rider, right, that cycling's about licking your opponent's plate clean before starting on your own, and that's exactly what I'm not doing. So, me at the front, me and maybe these 4 guys chasing things down, but I'm spending a good amount of time in the front, just burning matches. So, no reason for it. Could have saved my legs, but I was pretty fresh, but obviously it hurt in the end of the race. So. I'll just leave it on fast speed. We'll watch through this race, and you can see me, again, continuing to lead these breaks, lead these chase groups, and without much point to it, right? So could have stayed fifth wheel, saved my legs the whole race, and potentially had a better finish. So we'll see how it goes. I won't spoil too much for the end, but yeah. Burning a lot of matches, spending a lot of time in the wind. I'm 6'4". I spend a lot of time in the wind just being in the pack. At the front of the race, I spend a ton of time in the wind. So definitely smarter for me to stay low and stay hidden like anybody else. But, all right, well, I'll break it off here and join you back with 2 laps to go. All right, pick it up here at the last couple laps here. We're at about 1.5 laps to go. Got a flyer taking off right here, and of course I'm going around trying to do all the work for the pack and chase this thing down because I can't help myself. And good news is I take this turn with some good amount of speed, and creates a little bit of separation here. So some other folks have to work to keep up, and they're going to get hit by the accordion here. So we're making some good progress catching this guy down. Some other guys to do some work to help out. But this is where I lose the race right here. This first turn on the final lap, I let this swarm overtake me. Guys are coasting. Look, they're all over the place. I should have been stronger with some nerves. Should have pushed hard on that inside line and gotten through this thing like second, third wheel. Instead, I'm now doing 700, 800 watts, whatever, trying to close this down and make up for the braking that just happened into that turn. And, I make up a spot or so. Keep your eye on the red bike there. He has some fun in this last turn. We're headed in there, my fifth wheel right now. And boom, those two guys go down. They're fine. It was low speed. Fourth wheel coming up to this finish. Number fourth overtakes me. I end up fifth place here. So not horrible. Definitely some mistakes. Being too aggressive early and being too not aggressive enough into that last turn. But it's fun. It's Cat 4. I learn a lot every race, and that's why I film this stuff. Helps me out. But hope to see you all out there having some fun. Got a lot of racing to do this year. See ya.